Water cannons. Most people think they're just for crowd control, right? But what if we told you they could actually be far more dangerous than you'd expect? In today's video, we're diving deep into the incredible power behind these machines, revealing just how lethal they can be when turned up to full force. From their shocking impact to the unseen damage they can cause, we'll show you why water cannons are much more than a simple deterrent. Stick around because you won't believe the devastating potential behind this everyday tool. A water cannon is a device that shoots high-velocity jets of water, typically for crowd control, firefighting, and other tactical purposes. Water cannons were first designed for firefighting in the late 19th century, but they soon found applications in law enforcement. The modern-day use of water cannons for crowd control began in Europe, notably in Germany and the UK, where they were employed to control protests. The first recorded use of water cannons for controlling human populations dates back to the early 1930s, when they were utilized to suppress labor strikes in Europe. As the technology advanced, water cannons became regular in anti-riot police forces worldwide. They were extensively used during the civil rights protests in the United States in the 1960s, most infamously in Birmingham, Alabama, where the images of protesters being forcefully blasted with water gained international attention. A water cannon consists of several key components that allow it to produce high-pressure jets of water. Pump system. The pump is the core of the water cannon, responsible for drawing water and pushing it out at high pressure. These pumps can generate pressures up to 20 bars or more, which is significantly stronger than typical fire hoses. Water supply. Water cannons need a continuous water supply. This can be a tank attached to the vehicle or access to a nearby water source, depending on the deployment location. Nozzle. The nozzle determines the pressure and velocity of the water as it exits the cannon. Modern water cannons are equipped with adjustable nozzles that can vary the spread and intensity of the water jet. Control system. Operated manually or remotely, control systems allow for precise aiming and pressure adjustments. Some advanced systems also feature computer-controlled targeting mechanisms. Mounting platform. Most water cannons are mounted on trucks, armored vehicles, or ships, providing mobility and range. Now the most important question: how lethal it is. Water cannons can shoot water at an insane pressure of over 20 bars. Now, to put that into perspective, that's like being hit by a forceful jet that can break ribs or cause serious internal injuries. The water may seem soft, but when it's blasting at those speeds, it turns into a weapon. Although water cannons are often marketed as non-lethal weapons, they can cause severe physical harm depending on how they are used. In some cases, water cannons can be even more dangerous than tear gas or rubber bullets. Their force is unpredictable, especially when aimed at the wrong spot, like someone's head or chest. There are several documented cases of people losing their eyesight after being struck in the face by water from these devices. The force of a water cannon can throw people to the ground or into nearby objects, causing secondary injuries such as head injuries from falling or stampede. There have been reports of deaths linked to the use of water cannons. For example, in 2010, a protester in Stuttgart, Germany, suffered severe head injuries from a water cannon, leading to a later death. In South Korea, the case of Baek Namgi, a farmer who was hit by a water cannon during a protest in 2015, sparked national outrage after he succumbed to his injuries several months later. In India, water cannons have been deployed in several instances of crowd control, particularly during protests. Recently, we have seen use of water cannon in the Kolkata. Fortunately, in most cases, the use of water cannons in India has not resulted in any casualties. In recent months, the Chinese Navy and Coast Guard have used water cannons to assert their dominance in contested waters in the South China Sea. Chinese ships have employed water cannons to harass vessels from Vietnam, the Philippines, and other regional nations. These encounters are part of China's broader strategy of maritime expansion and control over disputed territories. The Philippines accuse China of violating international law and undermining peace and stability in the region. Chinese hawkish action threatens the freedom of navigation and the peaceful resolution of disputes in the South China Sea. Beyond crowd control and military applications, water cannons have been used in various other sectors. For example, in recent years, cargo vessels and cruise ships have installed water cannons as part of their anti-piracy defenses. These cannons are mounted on the decks of ships and can repel pirates attempting to board. The non-lethal nature of water cannons makes them an ideal deterrent, allowing ships to defend themselves without escalating violence. Water cannons are also employed in mining operations to break apart large rock formations or clear debris. and in large-scale cleaning operations, such as the removal of chemical spills. One of the coolest use of water cannon is a water cannon salute. It is a ceremonial tradition in aviation, typically performed to honor significant events, such as a pilot's final flight before retirement, last flight of an aircraft, or to welcome a new airline or aircraft into military service. While water cannons are often perceived as non-lethal tools, but is it truly accurate? When water turns into a weapon, the consequences can be devastating. The blast might be over in seconds, but the injuries can last a lifetime. Water, an element essential for life, for survival. Yet, in the wrong hands, it becomes something entirely different. A force of nature turned into a force of control. So the next time you see a water cannon in action, remember, it's not just water. It's a tool of immense power, a force that can bring chaos or calm in an instant. And when that water hits, you might just feel the true impact of its hidden lethality. So this is it for today's episode. Don't forget to hit the like button and do subscribe our channel for more such amazing and informative content.